We're on day 3 of the Black Ops 7 beta. I've used every gun, and today I'll be sharing with you the best 2 class setups that will turn your lobbies into highlight reels. All right, we're gonna get started with class number 1, the beloved M8. Let's get straight into it. I'm using the ELO, that's just preference. It has a good sight picture. I'm using the 5.56 muzzle brake, primarily because it has the kick reset speed, which is really helpful. And another thing, if you guys didn't know, with the M8, it's pretty much auto burst. So if you hold that trigger button, it'll just cycle through each burst. And having this on is going to be helpful when you're chaining multiple kills. All right, next I chose this hybrid barrel because pretty much like the ported comp from BO6. We get the best of both worlds here. And the rear grip, like I said, once I get this raised grip, I'll be using this because it has everything you really need. It's pretty much like the ergo grip from Black Ops 6, but for now I'm running the Instinct. And for the stock, I'm running the Gridlock stock, not only for the aim walking speed because you want to always maximize your rotational aim assist, but the big thing is the flinch resistance too. I feel like this gun has a lot of flinch when you're getting into gunfights. So yeah, that's the class setup for the M8. Let me go ahead and show you guys the perks I'm running too. Because there's such a strong SMG, which we'll be getting into next, you want to be able to compete with it as best as you can. So for that reason, I'm using lightweight just to have that increased mobility. I'm pretty much always going to run fast hands. I really don't see much else in the perk 2 that's necessary, especially running the stim shot. And then Dex is going to be a must-have on all my classes for perk 3. All right, like I said, there's a sub in this game that's super broken, and it's the Dravik 45. We're going to go over all the attachments one at a time and then break it down in the end. For the muzzle, I'm running a basic suppressor. Barrel is going to be the 14-inch verse barrel. Magazine is a front gate fast loader. Rear grip is going to be the Herald Z1 grip. And the stock is going to be the Defiant 45-inch skeletal stock. All right, so the reason I chose this basic suppressor is because everything else is pretty much going to be controlling recoil. And in my opinion, this gun doesn't really struggle with that. You could also go with the Hawker Hybrid if you do a lot of hip firing, but I don't really find myself in those situations. And I don't want to do the monolithic because it reduces your aim walk steadiness, but more importantly, it's reducing your aim down sight speed. So that's why I went ahead and just went with the suppressor. All right, for the barrel, we're doing the hybrid barrel. This is pretty much like your ported comp from BO6. It's covering the best of both worlds. Magazine, we're going to go ahead and do the Fast Mag 1 front gate fast loader. This one doesn't have any negatives, and I don't really need an extended clip with the way this gun shoots. So I'd rather just have the additional ADS and sprint to fire too. All right, rear grip, we're going to go ahead and do the Herald Z1 grip. This is basically your ergo grip from BO6. Covers everything you need. But if you wanted to, you guys can play around some other ones depending on your playstyle, but for me, this one seems to work the best. All right, the last attachment we're going to be using is the Defiant 45 skeletal stock. Another great option would be this 8-minute movement stock, or you could even go ahead and use this mobility stock up here. But for me, I'm running this Defiant 45 skeletal stock. And since this SMG is definitely a lot more run and gun versus the M8, I went ahead and used flakjack instead of lightweight. Everything else is going to stay the same for the perks. All right, if you made it this far, I want you to comment down below the lightning bolt emoji. Like and subscribe for more Black Ops 7 content.